Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, just
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, just
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
I need 6 rings.
Greetings. We are here in the lab, and tonight we have Ebony Sports Reporters. We said that everyone share. We are in the house. We're in the house. We got Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz coming from New York side, NYC side. Then we got Coach Julius Hall, who is in the Bat Cave. Then we got Bernard Brown, who will be portrayed by Morgan Freeman in Julius Hall autobiography. That's what's going on. Coach Bernard Brown in the house also.
Yes,
How y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. Living large. Cold.
Now,
Switch spots.
Come to New York.
Switch spots.
Coach Bernard Brown up in Marietta side, he in that Cobb County side. Coach Julius Hall in Savannah, and they're in NYC. They're in one of the 5 boroughs of New York. That's what they got going on. So now I'll share with you. We got our topics, but there's one that was text out, and just want to get some of your thoughts with regard to. And this is the one. Your thoughts with regard to ESPN. Usually we start with HBCU corner, but I think this is something that some people might want to have a conversation about. ESPN possibly having the NFL to purchase an interest in it. So, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regard to that? And so hold up. My brother Jack Silas just said Bernard Brown was hard on me yesterday. Yeah, disrespectful. But go ahead, Coach Bernard Brown. Yeah, Jack, you right. Disrespectful.
Man, y'all can y'all just leave me alone, man? I'm Hollywood. Tell your fans to leave me alone, Jamal. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle it when I get on him.
Jack HBJ also, HBJ football player, and that's why the bounty back on your head. But go ahead, Coach Bernard Brown.
You know when you're a loser, that's what y'all do. But anyway, I think the NFL trying to they're trying to control ESPN. They're trying to control what they can control. They got all these ex-ball players, all these ex-black ball players that's taking over ESPN. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Roger Goodell and these white owners of the NFL is behind all this. Just let's keep it real. They're behind all this. So they control ESPN. They control the purse. They can control what they pay these boys out for his money, for his giving Dak, $259 million that he have not earned. They can control that now. You know what I'm saying? They're giving out too much money to us. So now they're trying to let's control this right now. If the ESPN go to the NFL right now, it's going to be a lot of white boys on ESPN. I'm just keeping it real. Watch and see.
All right, Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz. Some of them are saying that this is a way for the NFL to definitely control the narratives and how people look at what's going on, and that they're able to now crowd and take control of the market. And so again, but they can always control the narrative that there's no negative publicity about the NFL, players, owners, teams, whatever. So what's your thoughts with that, Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz?
Conflict of interest? No. That's the big thing that stands out. It's a conflict of interest. They shouldn't be able to do that.
Now, here's my thing. I agree with Bernard Brown. They're trying to control the narratives. They did it before. A lot of people don't remember this TV show that came out. It was a TV series called The Players. It depicted the NFL lifestyle. The NFL made them take it off. Snoop was on it. Omar Gooden was on there. It was so real. There was and the funny thing was, every time I watched it, I could identify which player they were talking about. The one that was supposed to be Ben Roethlisberger with the girl that he got pregnant in the show. He told her, I don't want to be with you. So I was like this, okay, that's Ben. Okay, this is Warren Moon. This is this person. So they made the NFL made ESPN take that off. And if ESPN was like, oh, you know what? NFL's our biggest customer. Now they're gonna be your boss. They're gonna tell you what to do and what not to do. And like you said, most of us they're talking the basketball players, the football players, the baseball players, they talking real stuff, what goes on. And the owners don't want the whole world to know.
I mean, look at the fact that they got Pat McAfee. He was a freaking kicker. How did he get his own show?
Yeah.
How much money they gave him?
Yeah.
Like, is that the new sport to go into now? Because I don't see a lot of us that look like me out there kicking no ball. I'm just saying.
And we were doing it before Pat McAfee.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Coach Julius Hall, you are a media mogul. Do you think, as a media company, that one of your sponsors buying interest in your and one of your buyers now buying into your corporation, will that dictate to you how you should now produce your shows and what comes out? What's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, it is going to dictate how they give us sports from then on. You know, because ESPN, those guys are real critical of all sports organizations. They say what they feel, and they have no regard for how anybody in ownership feels.
Yes.
But when the NFL owns it, then the narrative has to change. You have to be able to be light on them now, because they're protecting their brand. So if they let them do it, then that's on them. It's big money eat little money up. It's just that type of world. Big money eats little money up. The NFL has more money than ESPN, I would think. I don't know whether they do or not with Disney, but I don't know. But go Chiefs.
Well, you got it. Go Chiefs. Coach Bernard Brown, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Not 5 hours now, Coach Bernard Brown.
Ooh. Boy.
We got 20 topics.
I'm gonna keep it clean. My thing is, I agree with what Jules said, but at the end of the day, if they do that, it's a positive note on us, because we can when ESPN go to them, we can keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Our black media can keep it real, unfiltered, and tell it like it is, because at the end of the day, what look like us ain't gonna be on ESPN too long. So hopefully they'll turn to us and watch other shows. But you know who's gonna take over in a minute? YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. Watch and see. YouTube.
I mean, I'm sure that's why all these people got their own podcast now.
Yes. Yes.
What they can and can't say on, shows like ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Go Lions.
Go.
Yeah.
Go Chiefs. Go Lions. And Coach Bernard Brown, you talk about being around. You ain't gonna be around. This is your contract right here. And guess what? I'm your agent. So yeah. So we moving on. Because I gotta make up my brother Jack Salas. He realized the atrocity that happened yesterday, but that's another show. We're not gonna get there. So we come to the HBCU corner. Houston Oilers. They have another coach that will be at a HBCU. And what's your thoughts with regards to that? Now saying that you now have this trend of the Oilers now producing, in particular, coaches in the SWAC and now also Ohio Valley Conference with Eddie George and Chris Dishman and all of them. What's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, I think it's good. As long as these coaches can go to these HBCUs and bring up the attendance at the games and bring up the kids' grades and can bring some type of notoriety to these HBCUs, that's good. A lot of these guys that have gained this acclaimed notoriety should go back and give, instead of they've taken and taken and taken all these years. They made millions and millions of dollars. Just go give. But you got to have a love for the game to want to go do that also. So if they got a love for the game, then these people need to be hired. It's going to take a lot of jobs from the high school coaches and stuff, but still, they should go and go back to their alma maters and coach and all. Just give it a try. You ain't got to go there and stay forever. Go there and try it.
All right, Coach Bernard Brown.
I think they should. Me personally, I think us should go and support our HBCU more. I think they are the HBC is more excited than the NCAA. Period. I think I watched about one game, maybe one or two games in the NCAA because it's washed down now. These kids they're getting that money and they're dictating on when to play and when not to play. Florida State University, and that's a shame. It's a crisis because now, they're controlling it, and I think they should put more HBCUs schools on ESPN on television. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's live. Not only you enjoying the game, you enjoying halftime too.
Yes.
So that's my opinion. I think some of these guys that's going to HBCU is because they're really not given an opportunity in the NFL. That's just my opinion.
All right, Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz.
You all right?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of it definitely has to do with the fact that they're not getting the attention elsewhere. What I'm hoping that happens is now these kids will get recognized more within the NFL.
There you go.
You can make an excuse before Deion started talking loud.
Mm-hmm.
Now what's your excuse? You have former players who went to HBCUs and those who didn't are now coaching in those schools.
Mm-hmm.
So now what are you going to do about the kids that are qualified that you've overlooked for all these years? Is it going to make a difference now? Are you really going to give them a fair shot? And if not, it's going to take people like us to speak a little louder than we have been.
The narratives is changing. So it's us that got to help us move along. So the networking, they have a network of, okay, listen, I coach this kid, I watch this kid. They could get the HBCU players to the NFL a little bit faster than it used to be in the past. So this is a great look for those kids. They get to mentor them. They get to show them what the NFL lifestyle is going to be. They show, instead of it being in a watered down league, they get to show them this is the real NFL. This is what you're going to be playing. And they'll get more recognized and they'll be more prepared for the NFL than the watered down.
They'll be more prepared for what goes on the back end that we don't get to see and know about and what they're going into it with now.
That's why NFL wants ESPN so they could control the backstories.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we move on to the NBA. Pascal Siakam, Toronto, bam, said Pascal, we can let you go on to Indiana. And what's your thoughts and sentiments with regards to that? Now, you got Halliburton, and then you got Pascal Siakam. Now, right there, Indiana, Coach Fritz and Coach Tisha, what's your thoughts with regards to that?
Tampering.
I'm happy for him. What do you mean tampering?
I'm just messing around.
I'm happy for it. I actually wanted him to come to the Nets, but I mean, Toronto isn't doing anything. And yeah, they claim they're in a rebuilding mode, but you could have rebuilt with what you had.
Yeah, but they just didn't want to play.
You didn't want to pay these kids. So, all the people they got rid of, it's time to pay them. And they're like, oh, no, we won a championship with them and we got to pay them. They figured Scotty Barnes is younger. They're going to build a team around him. Which I still don't think is fair. I don't think it's fair for him. Okay, yeah, you telling him we're going to keep you here and build around you, but the only thing that's changing is he gets
older every day, and so does his body.
And the funny thing is, once it's time to pay him, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we got to ship him out."
I don't like it all the way around. I mean, I'm happy for Pascal though.
All right, Coach Julius Hall, Pascal Siakam, bam. He's in Toronto, and was the last one of the legacy of this championship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Indiana is looking real good, and they're building their team on players that we've never heard of before. And it looks good for the NBA to get other players in the limelight also. You know, I haven't watched this guy much until I saw that, and I went back and looked. But he can call out ball. Halliburton and all them boys, they're playing good ball. But, you know, you got to it's a lot of players that play like that. And they just got to have that I'm the baddest man on the court attitude. They got to have, what are you shaking your head for? They got to have that attitude. If you don't have that attitude, you ain't gonna be nothing anyway. You got to have that Michael Jordan killer instinct that say, and Kobe Bryant killer instinct. And then you can be that person. You can't go in the NBA being scared. They'll eat you up.
Yep.
Look at Edwards.
I agree with you.
So we're gonna move on. But the opinion of Coach Julius Hall is merely opinion of Coach Julius Hall, not the opinion of Ebony Sports Report. Because those who know, Pascal Siakam is one of the keys with regard to the Toronto and the last one from the legacy. But we're going to go on, and that now people are going to say he's going to bring that defensive element to Indiana. But we're going to go to Coach Bernard Brown. And we know, oh my God, Coach Bernard Brown, I know he got started about Pascal because he was at Swanee Sports Academy in Atlanta. Oh my God. Why did I do that?
Hey, let me say this here. I'm opposite that. That's gonna be a bad fit for him. Is they get rid of him because of money, but Indiana don't play defense. Indiana is the highest score team in the NBA. Everybody on Indiana team is score. You cannot take a defensive player and throw him in a flat out offense. It's not a good fit, and he's not gonna come and change Indiana face of playing defense. That's not gonna happen. That's what the system is for Indiana. If I score 150, Indiana got to score 151. Mm-hmm. If they outscore Indiana, they're gonna beat them. They do not. We can guard Indiana. Trust me, you know. So I think that's a terrible fit. I think he should have went to, if they was going to make the boy happy, then he should have sent him to the Lakers or sent him to somebody that all we need is a piece to back up a little defense. The boy, all he do is play defense. I mean, when they won the championship, he played defense. He can't score the ball.
I agree with you. I think they should have Minnesota. He'd be a good fit in Minnesota. And they need the leadership in OKC. OKC is dangerous. Mm-hmm. They have him as a leader, and he already plays D. The West is going to, it would be different.
You know the perfect fit for him? The perfect fit for him would be the Atlanta Hawks. Perfect. The young, he can protect the basket. Now they can make him shoot out, kick out, hit the elbow shot, three. That would have been a perfect fit. So if I'm here, I stay there 1 year, and then I'm heading back to the Hawks. Period. But as far as him in Indiana, ain't gonna work. I guarantee he'd be sitting on the bench.
And a part of the criticism of the deal, like Coach Bernard Brown said, they say, hey, listen, you know, Indiana, like, hey, listen, he's going to come and he's going to play defense, but the issue is going to be that they're going to still give up 144 points, you know, and they're going to score you like 143 points because, again, they're a high-scoring team, and so that's part issue. But now we're going to come to this very, very tragic situation, this very, very tragic topic that I was shuddering even trying to throw it out there, and it couldn't even just be one team. It's just like I had to throw an entire, you know, it's the NFC East, and we're looking at the Eagles, the Cowboys and the Giants, in particular, the Giants part of the issue now. They say Brian Daboll is actually an ugly, ugly type person that he blames everybody else. And so we now come to the NFC East. What is going on with that madness and that foolishness right there? And I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't be saying that because I'm not talking about the cowgirls. Excuse me, sorry. Oh my God. The midgets. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. The midgets and the sparrows. But Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regard to the NFC East? And anything you want to say about them?
They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. Dallas, terrible. They need to blow that up, and for them to keep that coach. No, well, I was waiting for this. For them to keep that coach is a disgrace. Absolutely.
Yep.
They need to blow up that whole organization. Jimmy Johnson, whatever his name, need to take a back seat. I have never seen so many y'all fans so dedicated. Y'all deserve better than what y'all getting. And this guy got the nerve to say he is the number one coach that ever coached the Dallas Cowboys in the regular season, won more game in the Dallas than anybody. Really? 12, and then you get kicked out in the first. Man, I am so tired of their fans. I am so tired of them. And they just need to go. They ain't the American team. They're American shame. Philadelphia. I'm going to give Philadelphia credit. Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts, and they ain't saying that he been hurt all year. He had 2 bad knees. That's why the running game wasn't like that. He was the running back and the quarterback. I'm going to give them a pass. They was hurt all year. I'm going to give them. New York Giants, man, blow it up just like them. They might well go ahead and get the Yankees to play for the New York Giants because that's how bad they is. And who else in there? Who else over there?
That's it. We just wanted to deal with the 3 of them. We still got 18 more topics. So Coach Coach
you know what? I'm a boycott this show next week.
Well, we've been hearing a lot about Gable, so I'm not really surprised. I mean, look at what was that? The defensive coordinator that ended up quitting. Yeah. They said he's such a mild-mannered person, and for him to get out of character with Gable, let you know what's going on in the back.
Everybody thinking, that Bill Belichick tree is good for it. Is good for it. Now the Eagles, you missed your offensive coordinator, you missed your defensive coordinator,
and you changed in the middle of the season.
Jalen Hurts was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Most of his offensive weapons was hurt. The defense was hurt, and they didn't play like they had swag.
Not to cut him off, but I don't feel like they really played like they were trying to win because they knew they wouldn't get past this round anyway. Even if they won the other day, they're not going further than that with what they're working with. So they to me played like, listen, we out here because we have to be out here, but I'm not killing myself to be out here.
Now, to get to the Cowboys, yes, I am a fan. They need to get rid of the coach.
They need to get rid of the owner. They need to make the owner sit down and be quiet. That's what he needs to do.
He has too much control, and when you have too much control, it's one of your downfalls.
I don't think it's the coach's fault, to be honest. I don't necessarily have an issue with the coach. I have an issue with the fact that you're not letting him coach. He's coaching with guidelines, with instructions. That's not coaching. If Jerry Jones just let him be the head coach, I don't think he should be both head coach and offensive coordinator either. One job or the other.
So with that said, if they would have left Jimmy Johnson alone, the championships Dallas would have been ridiculous because Jimmy Johnson, he was a personality. And Jerry Jones wanted to be the man. He wanted to say that this is my team. I could do whatever I want. And it cost you championships. Now you want to get another one before anything happens to you.
Jerry act like he know what day his card going to be punched. I'm like, dude, that ain't how life works. Like, relax.
So we're about to go to a commercial right now.
What commercial? I ain't had my
How you doing, Drew? We're gonna boycott this show.
Mr. Producer, we're gonna have a commercial right after Julius Hall, Coach Julius Hall finish.
Okay, so I don't agree too much with what y'all said down there, Fritz and Tish, because y'all got kids in the house?
No.
Okay, let's say it is some kids in the house. So y'all want the kids to have control because y'all ain't running things right? I mean, the owner owns the team.
So why hire him if you don't like the way he run things?
But Coach Julius Hall gotta have his opportunity to speak. Right. So
oh, that's why you hired. Okay.
I'm hiring you to do things my way. You do it my way or it's the highway. That's the way it is. And I'm glad y'all kept McCarthy. That means y'all go 1-out again next year.
Yeah.
I'm glad because y'all ain't got that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have it.
They sure
Y'all like the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
I love the Braves. That's my all-time favorite team, all sports. But they get rid of all their superstars.
Yeah.
And y'all don't have that killer instinct to go after those players. Jerry Jones wants nobody to be there that's going to outshine him.
Right.
Yes.
Now, that's true.
I agree.
And he too old to be shining.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a touchdown.
And so we now go to commercial.
We'll be right back.
That boy. And we are back. Ebony Sports Report with Coach Bernard Brown, with Coach Tish,
You are so lucky.
and Coach Julius Hall, who's now changed his gear, and he is representing Barry Sanders, but he got it on the other side.
I got it on backwards so they could see who it is.
He was going to
I was going to wear mine today.
I wanted to wear it this way so you could see it's Sanders, baby. It's Sanders.
Hey. I was going to wear mine today, and she said no. I was going to wear that. That's why I came with these signs now. You know what I'm saying?
That's to the wife. How you listening to the wife?
Yo, listen.
Don't worry about what's going on in this household, sir.
I got two of them.
Coach Fritz, you can go and change and put it on also. It come round back. So it's all good. Yeah. So again, we say support our advertisers, make it possible for our shows to be on our Black media. And we say share. One-stop cleaners, one price cleaners located at the Farmers Market in Garden City. One price. Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Jr. Boulevard, Shepherd Food and Gas on Styles and Gwinnett Streets here in Savannah. In addition, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm that's located with offices in Atlanta, Statesboro, and also Savannah. So we now come to this right here because also this is an exciting time going on right now. It is the Atlanta Falcons because one of them came out because I had it. One of them came out before the announcement. It's Atlanta Falcons and San Diego. Where do you think Harbaugh and Belichick might need to go? Where do you think they might need to go, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, I think that Belichick needs to come and be the Atlanta Falcons assistant coach and Harbaugh need to come and be the Atlanta Falcons head coach. Maybe they'll win something. Because one person ain't gonna go see. Belichick ain't gonna take a snap. Harbaugh ain't gonna take a snap.
What?
They need a bunch of people down there to help that team. They need a quarterback for one. Me and Bernard can go in there and fill up better than Ritter and Heine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they are terrible. Those guys don't even need to be in the league. Serious.
Yeah.
You know? So they can go anywhere they damn want to go. What this is going to show you is that Belichick ain't the greatest of all time, because the greatest will continue to win. He can motivate people to win. You see what I'm saying? And he can't do that.
All right, Coach Bernard Brown.
Hey,
what's your thoughts?
I've been thinking about this. I think personally, I think Belichick should go to the Atlanta Falcons, and I think they should trade their number 8 pick, draft pick, to Chicago and get Justin Field, which he's from Georgia. And I think Belichick can't win unless he got a great quarterback, and y'all see that. But he brings something that a lot of people don't bring in the NFL with a guy respect. The players respect him. The players love him. And the reason why he didn't go to Dallas, because Jimmy would just overblow him. Belichick would say one word at the press conference, then he moving on and going back to the practice field. Atlanta Falcons needs some structure. And I think he would bring them the structure, and Justin Field need to get out of Chicago and come back home. And you see the boy talent. They just got that boy in the wrong system. Harbaugh, I think he need to go back to Michigan, because if every year you around here going on 10 and 12 interviews and you still ain't got hired, dude, go back to a lifetime signed contract. What they talking about for him to go to Michigan? They want to sign him lifetime, give him, and stay right there. So that's my opinion with him. I don't think he, to be honest, he's a good coach, but he's not a great coach. You know.
Okay. So Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Atlanta, San Diego, Belichick, Harbaugh.
We discussed this recently. We said Belichick should go to Atlanta. Same thing with Bernard Brown said. Coach Bernard Brown, Justin Field goes to Atlanta. He's from there. He'll have a new confidence. Mm-hmm. He probably will get a killer instinct. Mm-hmm. Know what to do. He could run the ball. He could play. Chicago is not the system for him.
Nah.
After he talked about the head coaches, the assistant, the offensive coordinators, and all those coaches, they have to apologize. But at the end of the season, they fired all of them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They kept him. They should get rid. As a matter of fact, Chicago got 2 picks. Mm-hmm. They got the number 1 pick and they got the 8th pick. Mm-hmm. Give it to just trade it. Do it. Just let Justin Fields do his thing. Let him walk instead of ruining his career.
I think his confidence is a little shaky.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he has the confidence that he had when he started, and obviously it's from the people that are coaching him.
Horrible.
And I think Atlanta would be a great look for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's from here. One thing we can say about Atlanta, whether they win or losing, people that look like us gonna pack the stadium. Oh, yeah. They sell out every game no matter what. And they deserve better, just like the Cowboys fans deserve better. The Atlanta Falcons fans deserve better.
Better than Heineke and Rhythm.
I think Harbaugh would be a good look with the Chargers. I mean, he wants to go there.
Yeah,
I don't see why not. It's not like he can hurt the team any worse than the coach they just had. So I'm more interested to see where he does go, as well as where does Russell Wilson go.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So good point. Good.
So, you are right. In Atlanta.
Yeah, Russell should come to Atlanta too. Yeah,
we talked about that too, because his wife is from Atlanta.
Exactly.
So him going to Atlanta, it'll be like more of a homecoming for him as well. So Atlanta got upside to what they want and could do with that team.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming to New York also. Jamal said he already scheduled it. I don't know what game it was Jamal scheduled, but we're coming to see the Jets this year also coming up.
We are? And so we are now going to move on to the Twins.
Oh.
Dak Prescott and Tony Romo are twins. So, Coach Fritz, how do you feel about the twins, Tony Romo and Dak Prescott? They are twins. They're the same. What's your thoughts, Coach Fritz and Coach Tisha? We come to you.
One, they're not the same because Dak don't have a killer instinct. Tony Romo, at least he played with heart. He played with grit. He played when he had broken ribs. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
he
Dak had lost his mother, his brother. He broke bones. Like, how much grit do you want the boy to have?
No killer instinct.
I don't agree, and I'm not even a damn Cowboys fan. No. But I wouldn't say he doesn't have a killer instinct. But I mean, he's loyal to the master, so to speak. Like, he's gonna tap dance however the boss man say tap dance.
And that's the problem.
Well, that's why he still has a job.
No.
Divorce code.
So Coach Julius Hall, Tony Romo and Dak are twins. What's your thoughts with regards to that they're the same?
I told you earlier they're the same. And McCarthy is doing an awesome job. I think that they need to give him the lifetime contract. McCarthy needs a lifetime contract with Dak. He needs a lifetime contract also. But Tony Romo needs to come back and probably coach y'all, be the quarterback coach. Y'all will really make it then.
He can't even be a commentator. You talking about me?
Exactly.
I know it.
Exactly. I was just joking. That was fun. That was fun and fun. Right? Tony Romo need to go home and sit down with Jerry's daughter.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Okay, Coach Bernard Brown. Tony Romo and Dak are brothers. They're twins. What's your thoughts with regards to that?
Well, they're the same color. So.
Like the same girl.
They're the same color. They're the same sister.
Wow.
Hey, the difference between Romo and Dak, Romo can throw the ball 22 yards down the field. Dak can only throw it 20 yards. That's the only difference, man. See, I agree what Miss Lady said about Jerry Jones can control. He controlled Tone. Matter of fact, he family. That's his son-in-law. He married to his daughter, Jimmy's daughter, and so I guess Dak got to marry the other daughter. So and they all be family. Man, they need to get rid of Dak. They need to get them a quarterback. I'm telling you, this dude need to go. I mean, he played like Romo. He talked like Romo. Romo suck. He suck. The only way y'all gonna win another Super Bowl, we bring back Roger the Dodger. Period.
Or Troy Aikman.
Or Troy Aikman. And we don't know what Troy is. We don't know if it's Troy Aikman or Lizzie Aikman. My fault, I'm sorry.
The opinion of Coach Bernard Brown, Miller opinion Coach Bernard Brown, not the opinion of Ebony sports reporters and our black media. Troy, we know you are a Hall of Famer. We respect you, Troy, and your legacy at Oklahoma and all that, and UCLA. But we're gonna move on to this right here. LA, we come to LA. That's how we wound up being in LA. We're in LA right now. So who's the LA team? Is it the Clippers or the Lakers, Coach Bernard Brown?
Really?
Man, you know what? I'm on a roll. You know what? There's no way in hell I will be giving that boy $156 million extension and his cornrow haven't played in 4 years. Really? Come on now. This boy, $156 million extension, and this boy ain't played in 4 years, but he have the same old drag behind, cornrow as hell. Man, please. Lakers, I like what they did a couple games ago. They changed the lineup. They bring some scores in the lineup. along with LeBron now. So the Lakers gonna always own California. How many championships the Clippers done won? My point exactly. You can't even remember because they ain't won none.
All right. So we move on. Coach Teacher, Coach Fritz. LA. Is it now a Clippers town? Is it becoming a Clippers town, or are the Lakers still right there?
They're right there, not because they're good. They're right there because of their name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, to me, it's apples and oranges. To be honest, you got 3 California teams. Well, you got 4 actually, but the only ones you hear about. Even though to me, they're the worst of the 4. But
okay. That's a good point.
They gave that boy too much money. He hasn't played since Boogie Cousins was next to him and gave him heart to play.
You really think he don't have heart to play?
No.
I would
No. He need heart surgery.
No killer instincts. No nothing. No, totally different. And he look, like Embiid, Joker. Those guys play with heart. They play with swag. They play with killer instincts. They know what they're gonna do.
Once you get a significant injury, you're just different.
No, it
ain't.
He never played like that. Once Boogie left, he showed who he was. He didn't have nobody behind him to say, I can play tough too. He just is not the same. Not the same. Clippers, we'll see. They look good in the regular season, but then come playoff, we gotta see what Harden do.
Well, Harden's gonna do what he always do when he gets the spotlight. He's gonna do it. So
opinion of Coach Fritz is not the opinion of Coach Fritz, not the opinion of every sports reporter in our Black media. My cousin James Harden, I don't condone any of this. Go ahead, continue, Coach Fritz. If that was you, if you was finished, we're gonna move on to Coach Julius Hall. Someone
Go ahead, Mr. Hall.
All right, so Coach Julius Hall, right now, the Clippers about to have one of the best arenas in all the NBA. Bauman is going and saying, like, hey, listen here, he's like a great cheerleader. They about to have a section only for Clipper fans. They about to make this happen like that. You can't wear no other team gear in it. It's just strictly for Clippers fans. So they not saying, hey, listen, and the Clippers are performing a little better than the Lakers. People are saying that right now. So Coach Julius Hall, what's your vote? LA, is it Lakers or Clippers?
Well, the mere fact that they got 2 professional teams there tells you that they can share it. They can share everything else. They can share the stardom. Both teams are always going to have stars because you're in LA. But LA has the biggest name in sports, basketball. There's no team that when Boston, LA, and Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks, after that, it's hard to find teams that has that type of prominent statue. And so it's going to always be the Lakers that's going to be out front. If you had a choice to go to the Lakers or the Clippers, where you going? You're going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
That tells you right there. The question is, the answers itself. But the town is big enough for both of them because they're both right there. So it's big enough for both of them. It's going to have to be, the Clippers playing okay, but the Lakers are just down right now because I don't want to say it, but that's somebody here in our town. That's their cousin. That's their first cousin.
That's right.
But Darvin Ham is the Jackson's cousin, Sonya Jackson, Dr. Lester Jackson. That's their cousin. But he got to have a different attitude also because the players play off of the coach's attitude. I could probably get that team, and we ain't shooting nothing but threes. What'd you say, Bernard?
Wait,
right. It ain't no different than we got Tonkin Wolverine and Jenkins Warriors.
Go ahead, Coach Teacher.
Who you want to see? You want to go see Tonkin High School? You don't want to see Warriors. They ain't won nothing.
Mute him.
Come on now.
Mute him.
Hey, like you said,
oranges.
I have a question. Coach Brown, who were you talking about? Were you talking about Kawhi Leonard or you were talking about Anthony Davis?
I was talking about Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, he had his head.
And he was talking about Anthony Davis. That's why.
No. I was talking about Kawhi. He the one got
That's what I was talking about. That's why he was like,
Anthony Davis got his extension
when he
as well.
said he don't play with heart. I'm like, you don't think Kawhi Leonard plays with heart?
That's why
he don't play. He don't play.
Yeah, but he's been hurt.
Come on, he's been hurt for 5 years. I'm hurt.
You get a significant hurt like him.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
Nothing. That's why he got that extension.
Man,
Listen,
trust me. He need to go back to Toronto.
If you gave Anthony Davis his money, clearly.
Hey, Anthony Davis, one I can say about him, Anthony Davis, he played. He just accident prone, but Anthony Davis played way better than the Clyde.
Tall and he's accident prone.
Who?
You talk about he accident prone?
Yeah, he accident. Kawhi just don't want to play.
I'd rather have Jamal playing small forward than having Anthony Davis playing on the court anytime.
Yeah, and I'd rather have Julius Hall playing on the court than the other cornrow boy. Trust me.
So we're gonna go to another commercial. Going to come to another commercial, then come right back. We're going to another commercial. This producer and commercial. We are back. Ebony Sports Reporters, glad to have all y'all with us. And we say share. We closing in with regard to what we're doing on our show. And so we got Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz in the house with us, coming from NYC. Coach Julius Hall, who's done changed his gear into, again, San Francisco 49ers gear. He's right there here in Chatham County, Georgia. And then up in Cobb County, we got Coach Bernard Brown. And so now we say to all of you, support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm, with offices in Atlanta, Savannah, and Statesboro, Georgia. One Price Cleaners located in Garden City, Georgia. At the Farmers Market, they're one price. And Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard, and Shepherd Brother Gas, Food and Gas at Styles and Gwinnett Streets in Savannah, Georgia. But we're going to go to the West Coast. Coach Julius Hall, what's happening in the Bay Area since you got on the jersey? What's happening in the Bay Area? What's going on with the Warriors, Coach Julius Hall?
See, I got my Warriors jersey over there also. Hey, it's going to be all right. See, never count us out. All we got to do is make the playoff. That's all we got to do is make the playoff. See, y'all go to counting us out when y'all get scared. Draymond not there. Y'all go to acting like something wrong. Hey, it's going to be all right. Draymond back. We're going to be all right.
Okay.
Just hold on. Y'all gonna see great basketball in a few days. What you gonna shake your head about for Coach Brown?
Okay.
All right. So, Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz, what's happening with the Warriors? What's going on in the Bay Area?
They're having a hard time right now, but I think they're gonna bounce back.
They need another player. They need to do some trades. Clay is not himself.
Clay is just in his head right now.
I was just about to say that.
Feeling like
he deserves his money. So he hasn't played with his confidence. He hasn't played with his swag. The only person that's playing is Steph and the young kid that they got right now. So I thought Wiggins was going to be better than what he is. I thought Kuminga was going to be better than what he is. You saw Wiseman didn't pan out, Poole didn't pan out. They shipped him out. If you're not going to play for Golden State and bring that championship caliber,
I think they
Time to
let their
go.
emotions get in the way with getting rid of Poole. I think Poole could have been trained to do what they needed him to do.
He was done. He didn't play that year.
That was 1 year. He's a kid. He's 23, 24 years old.
Once you show that little rebellion thing,
I don't think that's
You know
what
who
it
did
was.
that?
They felt that their loyalty was to Draymond, which it should have been. But at the same time, I think Poole is young enough to still teach, which is why he's having a hard time with where he is, because he doesn't have any real leadership there.
They should have never got rid of him. You exactly
right.
right.
They shouldn't have. They want him to be a leader, and he's still learning. So I think that was a bad fit, and that's why they in the situation they in now.
Hold on, here
I
comes
think
Bernard.
Coach Bernard Brown. What's happening in the Bay Area? What's happening right there in San Francisco with the Warriors?
The opinions of Bernard Brown.
Hey. Y'all absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Let me tell you what's wrong with the Golden State Warriors. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is the problem.
Okay.
Steve Kerr is not a good coach. Steve Kerr is this. Steve Kerr coaching on talent when Draymond and all of them was playing like they was playing. Okay? Steve Kerr is not a good coach. Steve Kerr had these young boys and destroyed their confidence. Okay, Wiggin is a great player because his daddy was a great player. He trying to squeeze in 2 more championships with Draymond and Clay and Kerr, and not playing these boys the way they should be playing, and that's flat out true. And Steve Kerr is the problem. You get rid of Steve Kerr, you get rid of what's going on. You probably will never win another championship ever again, period. And Poole should have been out of there. He should have been out of there. He ain't all that. I don't know. Man, Poole, sorry. Absolutely sorry. Because the only way he get open, screen, pick, elbow shot, boom, he good. He ain't gonna take nobody off the dribble. Trust me, he ain't gonna dribble and kick out. He had a problem. He tried to beat the team, but he not the team. And that's all I got to say. It's a disaster, and they doing absolutely nothing. You get rid of Steve Kerr, and then all of a sudden, something may change. You think all those young boys having problem in their system? Ain't no damn system in there. And they got rid of this great boy when he went to Michigan, not Michigan, when he was with your boy Penny Hardaway. The kid can play. I seen the kid. Swanee Sports Academy, Jamal. I seen the kid. This kid can play. And if you go back and you sit down with every last one of them and they'll say Steve Kerr. He the problem. You get rid of him and you may have a chance, Jules. You may have a chance.
All right. We're going to move on to the next topic. We still got 13 more, but we ain't going to get to the 13 more. I see that. I said that ain't about to happen. It is, you are the GM. You are the GM. You are, again, listen to me. You are the GM. You are the GM for any team in any sport. So we want you to go ahead. How you fix any team in a particular sport. You are the GM. Coach Bernard Brown, you are the GM. What team you be the GM of? Now, I'll let you know. My brother, Jack Sal, said that the Atlanta Falcons need a young quarterback. That's what they need to have, a young quarterback. So you are the GM, Coach Bernard Brown. So you ain't got to get, not 5 years, but go ahead. Let us know.
Hey, let me say something about Jack. Justin Field is young. I don't know what he's talking about. Another
No,
boy.
he was just saying they're talking about other people. He was just saying. I'm just saying he was just sharing that again. The Falcons need to have a young quarterback, but again, you're the GM.
Okay. I'm the GM. If I'm the GM, I'm gonna piggyback on what I just said about the Golden State Warriors. If I'm the GM, I go ahead and say, Steve Kerr, thank you for all the championship you have given us and everything. You need to move on. Clay is a hell of a player. Clay just got personal problems. He got personal problems. I'll go ahead and get rid of Steve Kerr, and then I'll go from there. You get rid of him and then bring Draymond. Draymond learned from the best. Y'all got to realize Draymond came up when Mike and all those boys was leaving out. He gets his toughness from them. So now you trying to tell this man to change that made him stay in the NBA. He's 6'6" and playing playing these guys and won. He the shortest person that ever won Defensive Player of the Year. And now all of a sudden, he done choked this sorry boy, and y'all got a problem? Just me being the GM talking. I said, this what we gonna do, y'all. Draymond, do what you do, boy. Hey, Clay, get your head out your ass, period. Hey, Steph, do what you do. I'm playing these young boys, and we gonna roll. Poole, you will never come back to Golden State ever again, and that's my opinion.
All right. So, Coach Julius Hall, one to you. So, Coach Julius Hall, you're the GM.
He must be was the shortest player at that position.
At that position.
Okay, because I was going to say the glove.
No, at that position. That position.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, at that position.
Yeah.
I'm the GM. I'm gonna promise that, and I'm serious. They can make me the GM of some of these teams, and I can make them winners. Because if you ain't winning, and you got a history of not winning, then damn it, try something new. What's the Jets doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I mean, serious. Try something new. Now, the team that I would want to be the GM of, who ain't won a championship in 25 years, is the Dallas Cowboys.
28.
I could go in there and tell them, say, okay, well, we ain't winning. We winning a little in the regular season, getting to the playoffs. Okay, what we fit to do is we fit to crank it up. We fit to do some organ stuff, some what that team out there with the blue field,
Boise State
stuff. We fit to crank it up. Because we got to do something different. We fit to do flea flickers. You know what I don't understand? These teams, why they don't throw the ball to the receiver and have another person, a running back or another receiver, coming behind him so he can lateral it to him. You don't even see that. Kansas City did the other day, scored a touchdown, and that was Detroit. Did the other day, Kansas City scored a touchdown and called it back.
Yeah, it was Kansas City. Messed up.
That was Kansas City did it. Yeah, Kansas City. So this is football. This is exciting. You got to do something to make people win. I would be a great GM because I'm going to tell that coach, you either do it or I'm going to get somebody else to do it.
Yeah. In and around,
Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz. Again, Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz, they have no chance. So, Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz, you are a GM. Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz, you're a GM. What team?
GM, Jets. Get rid of the quarterback. Don't go with the old quarterback. Go get Justin Fields. He could play in New York. He already played in the cold weather. He already got weapons. You got the running back. You got a tight end. You got wide receiver. One more wide receiver outside on the opposite side of Garrett Wilson. They already got the defense, a punt returner, and a fullback. And I'm good to go with that team. Now for the Cowboys, my team. I'm the GM. I'd be like, you got to go. You.
And which U's are these?
McCarthy gone. McCarthy gone. Dak gone. Pollard gone. You're not playing with heart. Everybody that don't play with heart gone. And I know the opinion of Fritz and Coach Tisha is not the opinions of the average sports reporters.
I would be the GM of the Knicks, and I would get rid of the coach. I don't like the Knicks coach. I don't like how he coached. I don't think he gives them. I think he plays favoritism with how he and who he puts on the court. Player wise, I would keep the players that they have. I would just play them differently than how he plays them.
Okay. All right. So
coaches.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna skip over Coco Gauff, because she's been winning, she getting stuff set, but we're gonna skip over that. We're gonna go to Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo, is he set up for success or failure? Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz.
Well, he keeping the Suns, so they ain't gonna let him fail too much. The Belichick's are still there, so they ain't gonna let him fall too far. I think it's a good look for him. I mean, I think if they allow him the chance, and don't be so quick to get rid of him as he makes his mistakes along the way. I think he's a great look for them.
Okay.
Although I'm not a fan of the team, but
I plead the fifth right now. I plead the fifth right now.
Okay. All right. So, Coach Bernard Brown.
Hey, great fit. And the reason why Belichick stepped down is because to get this boy here a chance. Trust me, great fit. He gonna be there for the next 10 years with New England. Trust me. But black quarterback, like I said, 8 opening, and he was the first black quarterback that they hired, and there's 7 more. Boy, great fit. I think Belichick, trust me, Belichick handpicked him and developed him to take his place, and that's why it was so quick. It was so quick. He couldn't put his sons in there because they don't have the experience. So boom, why not bring him in there? I guarantee they'll be there for the next 10 years. I'm proud of the young man. He played for them. He a hell of a coach, and I'm not gonna say they're gonna win overnight, but he'll keep them in the right direction.
All right, Coach Julius Hall, Gerard Mayo.
Well, I don't know about that line that Bernard got called "Trust Me." Sounds like Donald Trump with all his lines.
Wait a minute.
But you 10 years is a long time to coach in the NFL, Bernard. And if you're not winning, and I don't see where I don't think Tom Brady coming back to New England. So I don't know how long Mayo will be there. I hope that he's there a while. I hope that he can turn that team around. But it's going to be interesting to look and see what type of coach he's going to be. Like I said, I'm pulling all the stops out. I'm doing everything. I'm out there to win. Don't call me Arthur Blank or Arthur Smith, what his name was, who cried about the man run to score up on you. Damn, make your defense play. Make your defense play, because that's what it's going to be with me. Until the clock run out, I'm scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
So put your best D out there, because my offense coming at you. So that's what I'm saying. It's just got to be people with heart to say, hey, think about it. Now I'm making $5 million a year opposed to $800,000. I ain't the assistant coach no more. I'm the head coach. They pay me $5 million a year. I got a 3-year guaranteed contract, so I'm going to make $15 million regardless. So let me see if I could play some. I can't follow the old way. I got to reinvent this thing. That's what I'm saying. They need me in the NFL, and they need Bernard Brown in the NFL.
There you go.
Well,
my boy.
All right. So,
he, like you said, Julius, he needs to turn things around. So if he do, you see how the Detroit coach went in and turned things around.
And Coach Fritz, you had pled the fifth. You plead the fifth. You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say. And I love you. I love you, but you have pleaded the fifth. So we moving on, baby. And so we now come. We come to this right here. So we're gonna go to this right here. USC, LSU, Vanderbilt, all in the SEC, and they're right there. They're leading the SEC. So what's your prediction with regard to the SEC tournament and March Madness for them? Again, it's just a prediction. And so we come to Coach Julius Hall.
Well,
not 5 years on it, not 5 years.
I'm not going to take but a minute. I think that the championship this year runs through Iowa.
We talking about the SEC, right? We are merely talking about University of South Carolina. We talking about because
care. You could talk
New
about
him because again, we got people checking out this. We're going to come to the Pac-10. We're going to then go on to the others. But we talking about right now the SEC because you got LSU, who are leading the charge. You got South Carolina leading the charge and Vanderbilt, the three of them. We like saying, what's the prediction for them? Because we want everybody to check our shows out. We want them to check our show because next week we cannot do the Big Ten. So again, you want to throw it on out there right now. Guess what? They ain't got to come check us out. That's called marketing. But I'm going to leave that alone. That's why the NFL got to take over.
Let's mute him. Question. Listen, I'm going to mute him.
And I gave it to you. I gave it to you. I went and said, SEC. I said, SEC.
See, producer muted. Listen, well, thank you, producer. Listen, I want to make sure.
Hey, let's go. He go now. Come on, let's go. Go, bro. Hey, he go.
Hey,
you know
we don't need to talk about the SEC when we know we talking about the overall. We need to find out what these people are going to do. You know, we know what LSU and USC going to do. We know what they're going to do. We know how dominant they are in the SEC and in the South, and they can beat everything else besides our. When Caitlin leave, then you talk to me. You know, then you talk to me about basketball because this girl is right now dominating. And that's just what I think. I don't want to even talk about the SEC. Who cares about the SEC? Let's talk about who's going to be there at that championship.
Okay.
And we're going to move on again. We're going to move on because, again, it's about the SEC because, again, as they had gone and said, look at the streaks. Look at the winning that's going on right now. And Vanderbilt is in the mix right now with regards to that. Coach Bernard Brown. Oh, no, excuse me. Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz.
I mean, I probably would go with LSU once they start focusing on the game and stop focusing on everything outside the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll have a better perspective as the time go along. Don't really know too much about Vanderbilt. I've definitely watched USC. They also kind of in their head a bit when you watch them. So I don't know.
Now, Julius Hall, you said Caitlin Clark. She is putting up numbers. She's putting on a show. I just want to see when it comes to March Madness, if there's a defensive team, what they throw at her. If they throw somebody that could D her up. If they don't, it's lights out.
Ain't pool. That ain't pool. That ain't pool, okay? Bernard said pool can't go up the dribble. Ain't nobody in the country.
You can't interrupt that. He's talking. What are the rules of our black media that you put out to everyone? But thank you, Charlie Brown. Excuse me.
I believe South Carolina is going to be at the end. Yeah. You know, she got new players, and you know they just feeling themselves. You know, they just feeling each other out. But once she gets them clicking, that team's going to be dangerous, and we'll see who's there at the end. Because Miss Clark, if you D her up a certain way, she's not going to score too much. You know what I'm saying? You could be offensive minded, but when it comes to championship, defense wins championships.
Coach Fritz, you ain't getting even focused on Kate. We ain't talking about Caitlin. We talking about what's going to happen in that SEC tournament because we got people checking us out, especially people right here. Because there is a large interest with regards to this, even where we are located at right now. There's a large interest because we're right between the Coach Bernard Brown, USC, LSU, Vanderbilt.
Well, I thank you, Jamal, for asking me that question. I appreciate it. We're going to disregard what Jules and Miss Clark because she ain't going nowhere. But my thing is this. University of South Carolina going to win it all. And I am so tired of the media constantly throwing and picking on Dawn, Their team is number one, always going to be number one. And for them not to be one guy in the media didn't put them number one. Anyway, next subject. But it's crazy the way they doing them. Because you know why? Because everybody on their team is blank. And that's why they keep constantly hitting this woman. And I'm tired of it. She going to win it again. LSU. They got more drama than me and Jamal got on our black media. Okay, trust me. That coach, I never liked her. I didn't like what she did to Brittany Griner. She's a racist. The opinion of Bernard Brown is Bernard Brown's opinion, not our black media. I don't like her. She wear those ugly clothes. She always tried to control her superstar. She did it to Brittany. She doing it to Angela Reed. At the end of the day, trust me, South Carolina gonna win it because Dawn know how to win. And Dawn don't care about what she weighing, and Dawn don't care about the fans. I think that little one, the LSU coach need to go back to Baylor, wherever she come from. I can't stand her. Anytime LSU come on TV, I don't watch it. I watch Andrew Reed more on YouTube than anything. Period.
All right. Coach Bernard Brown, yes, because right now people are wearing jerseys for LSU here in this area and beyond, wearing number 4. And why they wearing number 4? Because of the homegirl from here. So that's why I say. So the feeling is right there. And so with regard to that, that's why I'm saying, it's a market. And so that's why our black media, we do that. We attract the market. We got it. So now we're going to do this because we're condensing it all right now. Coach Bernard Brown, how can the Chiefs win? Or will Josh Allen finally pull it out? Because we're going to condense, we're going to put it together. And what will it take for the Texans to win? And do you think the Ravens are going to be a little, gun shy with regard, or at least I'm saying they ain't got it up. But go ahead, Coach Bernard Brown, you first with regard to this.
Yeah, I think Kansas City will win, and only way Josh Allen win, they're gonna bring back O.J. Simpson.
Not OJ.
Period. The Ravens gonna beat Houston because I think right now, player of the year is CJ, and rookie of the year, and the coach definitely head coach is head coach of the year. I think it's gonna be too big for them, and Lamar gonna basically the Ravens gonna beat them. And far as you say Detroit.
Oh, no, I ain't saying no. We're just saying the Ravens and with regards to the Texans, and then we just going on to with regard to Kansas City and Buffalo.
Yeah, that's it. Kansas City would definitely win, and the Ravens would definitely win, but I love this boy, CJ, and I love that black coach, man. This dude, you know what he coaching like? He coaching like Coach Turner for Tonkin High School Wolverine. Coach Turner, man, Coach Turner will make you run through the wall with him. It's the motivation. If the players like you, they would do anything in the world. And I love that coach for Houston, and I love that coach from Detroit. Trust me, they got those boys playing way above their head. They're really not a good team, but they're playing like they're a great team. And that's my opinion. And I appreciate that, Jamal, for giving me an opportunity to go first.
Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I just wanted to point out to the world and to Tish and Fritz that I do have a team. Now, y'all are my witnesses. I got Baltimore going to beat Houston. Baltimore is my team. San Francisco is going to beat Green Bay. San Francisco is my team. Detroit will beat Tampa Bay. Detroit is my team. And Kansas City will beat Buffalo in all that snow. And Kansas City is my team. So I got the chance to have all my teams right where they're supposed to be. You're right. Go Chiefs. Go.
He's trying to jinx you.
That's why I did that. I'm trying to jinx them.
Trying to jinx them. That's
He's taking me. Hey, we need all that spiritual support. But listen, Kansas City will win the game because they're expecting Buffalo to pull it out. But Buffalo plays a good game, then a bad game. Or 2 good games, and then a bad game. So now it's time for that bad game. Kansas City's not playing good ball.
Right.
But they will beat Buffalo. Watch.
Yeah.
And Coach Tisha, Coach Fritz, this is the first time that Patrick Mahomes has to go on the road, and he's going to be right there with Josh Allen. So with regards to that, what's your thoughts with regards to that? And then with regards to Lamar and the Ravens, at least having say that bye, will that impact them? Coach Fritz and Coach Tisha.
I think the Bills are going to win. I think Josh is ready. I think Kansas City, I think the season is just gonna catch up with them. Everybody is really gonna see them for who they are not this year. As far as the Ravens in Houston, I'm torn between the two because I really like both of them right now.
Mhm.
But I think the skill set of the Ravens is what's going to pull it out.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be a bad thing that the Texans don't win because no one expected them to get this far in the first place.
Mhm.
As far as the 49ers and what's the team they playing? The Green Bay. I would like Green Bay to win, to be honest. But I also think skill set is going to make a I also think skill set is going to put the 49ers probably defeat.
I got the Ravens over the Texans because they were the better team. You got an MVP. They showed out this year. Kansas City, sorry, they're going home. This is the first time they're going on the road. They're gonna and Buffalo's gonna play with their hearts. 49ers over Green Bay and Detroit.
Yeah, I think Detroit is gonna win. I would like them to anyway.
Detroit plays with grit, and they'll do whatever the coach wants them to do. They play hard and they play with. They
got them playing like he played. That's why.
Fear, no fear. So
call your Super Bowl team right now. The matchup.
Ooh, Baltimore.
We're not getting to that. That's going to be coming up. Don't interfere with our show. Thank you. We move it on. Right. And that's not what we're talking about. That ain't the topic. We're moving on to the next. Put some respect on his name. Mike Tomlin, Coach Teacher, Coach Fritz. Put some respect on his name.
He know he wasn't going nowhere. He said he'll make the announcement when he ready, not when y'all ready to ask. So I'm glad he's staying, but I need him to get rid of Pickens. He need a quarterback.
He did a great job.
Thing that they did.
Coach Julius Hall, it's not your turn. Please, somebody. Next week, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be muting him. Yes. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Go ahead, Coach Fritz, Coach Tisha.
I want Russell.
God.
I want Russell. If Russell don't go to Atlanta or what was the other place I said?
Dallas.
No.
Anyway, I think Russell and Tomlin would be a good look, but especially because Tomlin only got a year left. I don't think he'll come back though after this year. If they don't make it to the Super Bowl, I think then he'll move on. But I'm glad he's staying because I think once he gets a good quarterback, he'll bounce back.
They made it to the playoff
with nothing, literally.
They pieced that. That's a head coach. He could coach. You made it with the two quarterbacks, the three quarterbacks are not elite quarterbacks. So you made it there. Now, if he never played Mitch Trubisky, they would have had a higher seed. I think that was the mistake, but he corrected that. There was times that she would go, I don't think Pittsburgh is going to win this week. I go, no, Tomlin's going to have them in shape. With all the distractions and all the headaches, he came and he put them, like he settled that ship down. The ship was rocky, he settled it down. And that's what you need from a head coach, a captain, somebody that's going to do something differently. And he's done that. Okay.
So we're going to throw it on out there. Coach Bernard Brown, 17 seasons, has not had a losing season, In the annals of the NFL, that's one of the greatest moments with regard to a head coach. So, again, put some respect on his name, Coach Bernard Brown. What's your thoughts about Mike Tomlin?
The GOAT.
Nah, I think with him.
Excuse me. Again, Julius Hall, Coach Bernard Brown got the floor.
And I appreciate that. But don't be hollering at my boy like that now.
Woo! Sit your behind down, Julius Hall.
But now we could have got $35 back in the day for turning him in the Georgia Regional.
I know it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Coach Brown.
No, I think with him, and I got some correction to make with the couples down there. He only made the playoff because Jacksonville lost. That was the worst game I ever seen the little young fella play. If Jacksonville would have won, Buffalo in Pittsburgh would have been out the playoff.
Correct.
So let's
But
they got a little help.
4 in a row?
Huh?
They lost what, 4 in a row, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, yes. But I'm saying if they would have won that game, they would have won the division, and then Pittsburgh and Buffalo would have been out. But to say this, I think Tomlin, you know what happened, and y'all may not know. Alabama offered him the job.
Ooh.
Alabama offered him the job, and he turned it down. They wanted him to come take Saban's place, and he turned it down. So that's why he's back in Pittsburgh. I think he should get a quarterback, and this is last year in his contract. Hell with all that winning. Hey, get me to the Super Bowl on Tomlin. I love him to death, but you got to go if I don't see no result next year. I don't care if you done been there. Come on now. I'm just saying, just like we talk about the white coaches, I'm gonna talk about the black coaches too. If you don't show me nothing next year, Tomlin, you got to go. Period.
All right. We're going to skip over Coach Julius Hall because he don't put no respect on my name. So. Coach Julius Hall, but I'll be fair since I'm an angel. Go ahead, Coach Julius Hall. You ain't got but 10 seconds.
What was the question?
Don't worry about it. We're moving on.
There you go.
So we come to this right here. Is Georgia going to be the new? Oh, excuse me. Let me go and preface this. We are talking about the SEC. SEC, not Big 10, Big 12, not SEC. Will Georgia become the new Alabama in the SEC? Will Georgia become? And we're going to skip over it. Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, Georgia already the new Alabama. Georgia somehow. Alabama got up for that game, and the offensive line just pushed Georgia defense line all over the place. But Georgia they're already there. I guarantee they will win the national championship next year. Period. They got the #1 recruiting team coming in, top 5 recruiters. Period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why Sagan got out, because he had enough. I mean, he would never win another championship at Alabama as long as Georgia doing what Georgia doing.
And Coach Julius Hall, SEC. Is Georgia the new Alabama? SEC. Not Georgia in the SWAC, okay?
Well, Georgia is Georgia. They take turns in the SEC being great teams, and it's ain't but 3. It was 4, but it ain't but 3. Florida been faded, but then you got LSU, Georgia, and Alabama. So Georgia is Georgia's turn right now. Alabama will be back. Georgia cannot be as dominant as Alabama was. Alabama scared people, and they scared you out of winning those games. But Georgia doesn't have that scare factor yet. So because they can't dominate a game. They play weak teams bad. They play good teams good. Weak team real bad.
Yeah.
And until you can crush a weak team 85-0 or 85-7, they're going to have trouble. But the SEC is power football, and they just got to respect that. Georgia's going to be Georgia.
All right, Coach Fritz.
I believe Georgia is the new dog in the house now. So they're gonna show out because Alabama got a transition that they're gonna go through. So this now, the SEC runs through Georgia now. So Georgia's got their team. They got the top recruits. They, also the playoff has been set. I guess is much better now. Yeah, I see Georgia
probably winning 2 more national championships before Alabama comes back on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Every team has their season. Now it's Alabama was running the shop, running the whole thing. Now Georgia's like, okay, it's our turn. We're gonna run it, and they're gonna do their job.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We now come to a Julius Hall segment. I have segments for it. If we have a Julius Hall segment, this is a Julius Hall segment, and it's tied to one of Coach Bernard Brown's favorite people in the whole wide world, Joel Embiid. So we're gonna come to Julius Hall. It is over under regarding him playing 65 games. Over under, Coach Fritz and Coach Tisha. Is it Joel Embiid? Over under. Okay.
Under.
I have to admit I have to agree with her under. He already, if he's just injury prone, so if he gets hurt or twists an ankle, he's out for a couple of games.
He's got too many injuries that happen all at the same time.
And for a big man, when he goes down hard. It's not like he goes down easy or anything like that. But I don't see Joker go down hard like that. Embiid.
And I think that's why he told Joker that little BS he told him the other day, to get the spotlight off of himself, because he knows what he's like.
Yeah.
How would you tell him that and then tell the whole world? Why'd you say it in his ear? You should have just said it out loud. Like,
come on, you touchdown.
Embiid know himself.
Yeah.
It's definitely under.
It's definitely under.
So, Coach Julius Hall, this is your segment because you like the over and the under. Joel Embiid, under or over 65 games?
Under. These guys understand how many games that they're going to play every year. They already know what games when they want to miss them, how many. And sometimes I think, this is just me, I think they be faking injuries just so they could sit out, so they could have longevity. And when you got longevity in the NBA, and you can get them 15 years in, and you can always make your pension, you already made your money, you already made $300-500 million, then it's a difference. But he plays under 65 games because he's a good player. He just don't have that. He don't have that. He don't have it. He don't have that killer instinct where he's gonna make everybody around him better. I watched him, and he plays. He don't watch everybody else on the court. When he got the ball, he's only doing him. And so under 65.
All right, Coach Bernard Brown. So you know what the 65 is about. The NBA has now said that for a player to be considered for the MVP ballot, they must play 65 games. And so people are looking at this right now. They're studying this right now. So with Joel Embiid, that's why our black media, we come up with this. Ebony Sports Reporter come to say, hey, listen. So that's why he's down with Joker and all of that. That's the concern. Is he going to be over under 65 games, Coach Bernard Brown? Because it's going to impact him whether he can be considered for the MVP.
He would never win another MVP in his life. Hey, for this dude to tell another dude, and I would never tell Jamal he the best player in the world. This dude told him and hugged him like he was giving him a Victoria's Secret perfume. Saying, great job, you're the best player in the league and all that. Dude, when he said that, I was done with him. I don't care if he played under, over, or whatever, I'm done with him. I'm like this him. I compete. Only person I compete with is my damn self. And for you to tell another man on national TV and everybody in the world heard it that you the best, man, please. I send him right back to Africa where he come from. I'm done with him. I don't want to see him play no more. I'm just flat out. That was a punk move. Period. I trade him right now.
Okay. I've never heard Jordan said to anybody that you better than me. Never.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the killer instinct. I've never heard Kobe said, he's better than me. He'll just tell you, hey, you play great defense, or I like your heart, I like the way you play. He's like, I could play with you. That's what Kobe would do. He'll see who's serious and who's not. All the play, I don't see me telling somebody, yo, you better than me. I'll go, oh, I got to play you harder.
I think it's the pressure. I don't think Embiid can take the pressure. I think he knows that he's obviously not going to be in the MVP conversation, and he knows his teammates. Embiid is hurt a lot on that court, even when he's playing. And I think that statement for everyone to hear, that took pressure off of him for everyone to keep looking for him to be that person, because he knows he's not going to be.
And he doesn't have the skill set as Joker. Joker passes the ball, makes the other players around him way better. I'm like, how do you do that pass? It's the pass he had to Gordon, like he had like 4 or 5 passes against him. And Philly didn't know what to do. They looking like they stuck in mud, and it's a wrap. Like once you tell that to somebody, your heart is gone. I don't see you playing with any heart. I don't see you playing with. First thing first, he used to bully people. And, you know, like he made Andre Drummond not play his game no more. This is Embiid. He tried to do that with Claxton. Claxton stepped up to him. So when he thought he could do that with Joker, okay, the big man, no problem. Let me show you what I could do. If you to be the man, you got to beat the man. You want to walk that walk? Go ahead, let's do it.
Everybody's not meant to be a leader either. So.
Yeah, so he might well take that last year MVP trophy and just take it and just UPS over there in Denver. Trust me. I'm done with him. I have never in my life heard no player ever to do what he did. I'm done with him.
I think he's leaving Philly, though, if they don't.
I think he need to go back to Africa and play in the African League. Trust me. Everybody in the world heard that. I don't need no player on my team telling another player you better than me, and then you gonna go to Golden City. Man, I said I don't want him. I said trade me. I don't want to play with him. Period.
Okay. Well, we have not gone out there a lot of time, but we skipped over the other topics. But I'll just do this just to close us out on this right here. Justin Fields, barely needed, just needed, commander in need, Coach Julius Hall. What do you think? Because again, we got our own thoughts, but just like right now, Justin Fields, if you had Justin Fields, you know, barely needed, just needed, commander in need, Coach Julius Hall.
For who? For who? Chicago?
I'm saying barely needed, which means the Bears. Jets needed, that means the Jets. And commander in need, that means the Commanders.
Oh, okay. Jets. Oh.
Jets needed.
And commander needed. Oh.
Commander in need.
No, this is what needs to happen.
Barely needed.
This is what happened. Justin Fields need to go ahead and lead. The Commanders need to. Hey, you got all these quarterbacks in college that we've been watching for years. Bring these guys on up and let's see what they can do. We know that Heinicke and Ritter need to be out of the NFL. We know that. We know that a couple of other players throughout the NFL need to be out the NFL and be on the practice squad. So what we need to do is make sure that these players that are in college now, Caleb Williams and the rest of them, come on in, Michael Penix and the rest of them, and make the NFL exciting. Just like Tua down in Miami. We need excitement in the NFL. We don't need that. So, you know, they already made it boring with all these soft stuff they doing now. Time can't hit the quarterback, can't do this, can't do that there. They already made it boring. Football, as we know it, it don't even exist anymore. Razor Brown used to take somebody's head off. Y'all know that at Jenkins High School. Razor Brown was a killer.
Say it again.
So you done took football away from us. Go Kansas City.
Jay.
My boy. Say it again.
Be focused on what we're discussing, Coach Bernard Brown. Justin Fields, barely needed, Jets needed, or commander in need?
Neither one of those teams, to be honest. I rather see him in the Falcon uniform, and I think if not in the Falcon, I'd rather have him go to Washington. I think Magic and all of them. I think Washington, they got good players there. They just didn't have no quarterback, to be honest. They just didn't have no quarterback. And they're in the same division with Dallas, so we know what that is. Trust me. So Magic the winner. Magic the one fired the coach. He said, man, I can't deal with this. He got to go.
He fired himself. He was horrible.
Seriously. So Justin Fields, I hope this young man go because he's a great young man. He give back to Atlanta community. I just hope he goes some way and let his talent show and have him in a system that he need to play in. The boy can throw further than that downfield. He can throw 30, 40 yard trucks. He can run. So that's my opinion with him. I think he should go there. And I appreciate Julius Hall for giving me proud. Man, y'all need to go get Julius Hall book. It's a great book. And y'all
that's
do what
for another
y'all
show. That ain't no sports show.
I got sports poems in my book.
But that's for another. You do that on Bernard Brown show on Saturday night. This ain't what we talking about right now. You gonna be America After Dark 1-on-1. You gonna do that right there. So again, Coach Tish, Coach Fritz.
I would love to have him with the Jets. I think that would be a great look. I think the Jets has a good
young nucleus.
Yeah, like he would fit in for sure. But we know the Johnson family not gonna do that because they off mentally to me when it comes to picking a quarterback. So I would prefer him to go to the Falcons. Especially because obviously that's where he's from. Mm-hmm. And I think he deserves that. I think what he's getting from Chicago is sad. I don't even want the pick to go to them for this new quarterback because they're not going to do anything but treat him the same way they treated Justin. You have good kids. You're not giving them what they need to be great. And I think that's unfair. But I definitely don't want him to go to the Commanders.
Okay, I can speak. The Commanders is.
You know what's gonna happen.
Hold on, let me speak. My turn. The Commanders is over. You got the players saying, "Oh, he's too hard on us." Once you got that drop the bomb on the Commanders, start over because you can't have Justin Fields going to a team where his offensive line is gonna say, "Oh, the offensive coordinator is too hard on us." That's never gonna happen.
But I also feel like with the Commanders is gonna depend on who their coach is. Who are they going to give that head coach position to will determine who gets that quarterback position.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, the Jets would be a great look. They got young horses. They got a great coach. He could throw the ball down the field. He could run.
He has a great eye. That's what I like about him.
Atlanta would be a great fit because he'll be going home. You know what I'm saying? He'll be going home. But Chicago already messed him up. They don't deserve him. They just need to let him go because all the coaches that was there before was hindering his progress to be a great quarterback, to be an elite quarterback. So I'll take him on Dallas. Dallas is a cat.
Any quarterback.
All right. All right. Well, this has been Ebony Sports Reporters with Coach Julius Hall, Coach Bernard Brown, Coach Tisha, and Coach Fritz in the house. And so we'll close out with this. What happened? Lamar Owens, who played for Tonkin High School, came up to us at Westside Stadium and said that we were the best team. We were the best team. We're the greatest team ever. That's what Lamar Owens said, who played for Tompkins High School. So we're going to close on out. We see y'all next week. We see y'all next week. We see y'all next week. That's what he said to the Everyday Warriors next week. Ebony Sports Reporters. Check us on out. Check out the other shows on Our Black Media. And Julius Hall and Bernard Brown going to be right there to have a one-on-one. And they're going to be talking about how Lamar Owens came up to us and said, y'all the greatest team ever. So again, we're glad to have y'all. Enjoy your week. Have a great time. Bam. Happy MLK weekend and all that other stuff like that. Because y'all going to be still doing MLK. Because Julius all going to be barbecuing and other stuff like that. So we're trying to close out the show right now. So we try and close out the show right now. We try to let
the people get their Super Bowl predictions. I'm going to give mine. Baltimore.
Ain't that though.
Baltimore plays Detroit in the Super Bowl.
And that's all we doing right now. Cause we got to have people looking at our shows.
Yeah.
See again. Again. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm gonna be there next week. I'm gonna be muting him. Bam. I'm gonna be muting him. Bam. Mute. Bam. Bam. Just like that. Bam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you
need to
control,
stop.
Bam. Mute.
I got a surprise for you in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna give you control.
Bam. Mute. Bam. Mute. Bam. Mute. Bam.
Hey, no.
Bernard Brown. Bam. Mute. Bam. Bam. Mute. Bam. Bam. Mute. Bam. Bam. Mute. Bam. Bam.
I see y'all next Thursday.
Bam. Bam.
There you go.
Peace. We out of here.
Y'all watch my 4 teams. See, that's the advantage of having teams. And you see how many jerseys I can switch out into? You know, you got to do that. Go Lions. He think he gonna jake my team, Jamal, by him posting that. Like
Him, that's why.
All right.
I have my Barry Sanders sweatshirt from the jerseys.
But let me tell you what he did. Now I'm gonna throw it on out there. He gonna give me the Colts jersey. He got a Colts jersey. He give me the Colts jersey. You see, he keep all the other jerseys. He give me the Colts jersey. He said, "Hey, take this Colts jersey."
Oh yeah.
Look, y'all heard what happened to their owner, right?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk to y'all next week. Fritz, watch my teams win. All right.
All right, Coach Cubs,
hard out.
miss you. We need
All right,
somebody
good
else
night.
besides.
Good night.
Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Like this.